Hello and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Well, the new beta comes out in about 2 or 3 days' time, and they're adding the ability to own multiple ships, so I'm pretty certain they're going to reset the system. Basically, all progress will be lost. Hey, the game's still in beta, but they're also going to add a lot more stars. They said they're going to up the value, because I think currently we've got about 500 star systems. They're going to up it to about 200,000. And they pointed out that that 200,000 is, what did they say? Half of 1/1,000,000th of the number of systems that are going to be in the final release, or some number that's ludicrous. So I thought what I would do is I'd blow my money that I've got on some ship upgrades, and we'll just go hunting pirates. Let's see how good I actually am. So the first thing I want to do is let's just quickly check Starport services here. I'm not sure whether Freeport actually sell anything or not, but let's go have a let's go have a look. And we're primarily interested in lasers, I think, at the moment. So buy and equip. They have gimbaled beam lasers for far too much money. I mean, I've only got 14 grand. It might not actually be enough to actually get anything, but let's find out. So let's go to the galaxy map. And we want to go back to that Asellus Primus, because Asellus Primus was a high-tech world. So that's us locked onto that. Let us exit. Let us launch. And let's see whether I can remember to fly, how you fly this thing. Now, one thing is I've got myself a little gadget, which is a head tracker module. I've never used one of these before, and I'm also not certain whether this thing is properly calibrated. Wow, I'm right by the thing. Oh wow, you can just sort of follow that. So I'm not sure whether or not the sensor on this head tracker is drifting, or whether it's because I don't keep returning my head to the same position or not. We're going to find out. I'm not going to leave it on all the time, because I think that would be very annoying for you guys. But, you know when I took off and I just smashed into something because it was directly above me? Well, I can actually look up now. So let's turn off head look for normal flight. Okay, I've got to learn how to fly again. Raise my landing gear. Accelerate. Boost. Boost to get out of the mass locked area. Although there's a planet in the way. I'm not sure if that's going to affect my hyperspace. Okay, let's balance the ship. Increase engines.
Warning, detecting hostile scan.
Yeah, I don't have anything. Any players around? No, so there isn't a blockade going on at the moment. Yep, frameshift cancelled because there's something in the way. Right, so but the same button activates frameshift and supercruise. So I think what I'm going to need to do is go navigation, let's lock onto something else in this system. Doesn't really matter what, because I just want to be able to supercruise.
Drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okay, so now we've got a supercruise going. Let's lock back onto Asellus Primus. Lock destination. Because now I can see where it is, and I'm clear of the planet already, so
drive charging.
Let's activate. I'm actually going to try and leave head look on for a bit. I just want to sort of see what the gameplay is like. I suspect the image is going to wobble too much. I could probably program a dead zone. I did experiment with a dead zone, but it felt less natural because it's sort of like I'd get to a point and it would always snap to a certain position.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, head look turns off, but I can use it in hyperspace. Oh wow, look at this. That is just amazing. Okay. So we want to lock on to the station here. Is it Beagles 2 landing? Yes, because it isn't the research lab. So, lock destination. Where is it? There it is. So, what sort of system is this? It's an independent, and I'm pretty certain... So this is what I like, is just you can actually just look around. In a very natural way. It seems to be steadier when I'm off to the sides than when I'm looking straight ahead. When I look ahead, it sort of wobbles around quite a bit. This is by way of an experiment. Tell me whether the wobbling is too much, or whether it's okay. Let's accelerate a bit here. It means I sort of have to look down at my radar screen. Isn't space pretty? Okay, let's keep that centered. Distance hasn't started dropping yet. So I'm going to keep accelerating until I see distance dropping. Okay, it's telling me to slow down. So what I'm going to do is sort of get it into that upper window and then try and rotate round it. Which I can do with using head look. Okay, speed dropped a bit too quick there. You can see the distance is dropping. We're going to check out those rings because that's where we're going to go bounty hunting. So basically, Beagle 2 is orbiting a moon around this gas giant. Gorgeous. Okay, distance is dropping. Let's get the speed into the blue. Okay, getting ready to disengage. Got to remember that that's the front of my ship. Whoa! Shot straight past it. Where is it? And safe disengage. So pretty. Looks a bit like Neptune, but with a stronger ring field. Okay, we are nicely on course for the... There we go, maximum shields and engines. Let's accelerate. Contacts. Request docking.
Request granted.
Coming in. Landing gear is not yet down. Green is this side. Now the rotation thing, you don't even need to do that in Sidewinder. I'm so small I could fit through sideways. Slow down, lower the landing gear. Where's my docking port? Docking port 13. Ah, there it is. So I can sort of fly over it. Look up at it. This is weird. Just being able to trying to coordinate where the front of the ship is compared to everything else. We come down. Thrust sideways. Forwards a bit. Oops. 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 Ah! I think I scraped all the paint off the bottom of my ship. Let's go back. There we go. I forgot to reverse thrust. Oh well.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Excellent. Okay. Let's turn off headlock for now. So tell me whether that was too wobbly. I suspect it was. I think I just want to sort of turn that on when I need it. Although when I'm in combat, I might leave it on the time, because being able to look around and keep track of the enemy ships as you're dogfighting is quite an advantage. So starport services. I want to see what these guys have in outfitting. Fine equip. There we go. See, now they've got quite a bit more. So pulse laser gimbals. If I compare that to what I've got, so this is what I currently have is a pulse laser, and it's loaned. Basically it came with the ship. I can't sell it for any money. Same weight, same integrity, same power draw, same damage. The gimbal one has a slightly higher rate of fire. Now the main advantage of the gimbaled one is it auto-aims. But, now I thought that it took up a higher slot rating. Because it auto-aimed, it requires a heavier mounting point. So basically you can get a more powerful laser in if it's fixed. But I'm seeing no. Okay, the pulse laser does slightly less damage per second. That's interesting. Thermal load is higher, which is probably bad. You don't want a thermal load. Its rating is lower. Yeah, so fixed are definitely better. So what have we got? We've got a burst laser overcharged. So if we compare that to what I've got, this does... Oh, look at that rate of fire. No, that's terrible. But it does more damage per second with a lower thermal load, if I'm reading that right. But overall damage is less. This is interesting. Pulse laser gimbal with low heat. So, oh, okay. So this is specifically a low heat one. Thermal load. Okay, so that is better essentially. Thermal load is better, but less damage. Higher rate of fire. Less power draw. Yeah. So that's the advantage of that. So now these are burst lasers. Worse in every respect. Burst laser gimbals. Now multi-cannons. The thing with multi-cannons is they draw a lot less power, a lot less thermal stuff, but they use ammunition. Now, so basically it's a machine gun, which means two things. One, it's not as good against shields, but it's better against hulls. Two, you have to lead the target. Basically, you will get an aiming reticule that's ahead of the target, and that's what you have to aim for, because you have to take into account the time it takes a bullet to reach their ship. Which means if they're doing evasive flying and keep changing the direction they're flying in, they're going to be harder to hit. And three, of course, you can run out of ammo. Now, cannons, these have a very low rate of fire, but do massive amounts of damage when they hit. And it looks like I can't afford anything else. I'm not really sure there's going to be much else here that I'm interested in. That means I can follow people, but I'm not really going to be chasing them about. Different alloys. Can't afford any. Can't change power plants and... okay, I can improve thrusters. Yeah, I could improve thrusters if I had a massive amount of money. Back. Frame shift drive? I'm just curious what's available yet and what isn't. See, a lot of this stuff I think is a placeholder. They're going to add it in future releases, in future betas. Sensor suites, not available. I mean, if it's not available here in this high-tech place. Ah, okay. No. Cargo rack. What? I thought this was... oh, okay. Internal compartments. So this is where you can put your extra cargo if you want. So I thought that would upgrade shield generators, but obviously there aren't any available at the moment. Auto field maintenance unit allows in-flight repair of most internal ship systems. Requires ammunition. So essentially, you can auto repair your ship, but it will eventually run out. Okay, were there anything here that I was interested in? Apart from gimbaled stuff. I really didn't want to use gimbaled because you can get more powerful weapons without it, and I think once you start using gimbals, it's going to count as a bit of a crutch. Nearly all of these are gimbaled. Gimbal, 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 gimbal. So the only choice if I don't want to go for a gimbaled is this overcharged pulse laser. Uses up more heat, does more damage per second. Armor penetration B. Really doesn't seem worth it, does it? It's got a lower rate of fire. More thermal load. But the damage per second is showing as more. Let's go for it. Now, there used to be a bug, which possibly they fixed, which was if you try to add a gun and do the automatic exchange thing, it would mess up. So I'm going to do what I've seen other people do and clear this current stuff first. Then we will add these overchargers. By confirm. By burst laser overchargers. By confirm. Got $5,000 left. I don't think I can get anything else. Okay. So let us get out of here. Actually, let's lock on to the place we want to go. Navigation. We're going to go to one of these resource extraction sites, because those are apparently good places for... basically, resource extraction sites are where miners are mining the ring system. Lock destination. And so pirates like to go there. So let's launch. Whoa. What did you just do? Okay. I noticed the radar system was showing me as if I was flying, but I wasn't moving. And I thought, oops. Oh, nice and convenient, right by the way out again. He came in quick, didn't he?
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Coming through. I suppose I was on the wrong side. Thrust sideways. Let's drop that down a bit. See, every time I turn off head look, already I'm trying to automatically turn it using my head, you know, to in order to look around. It becomes natural that quickly. Right, so where is our target? Is that on the far side of this thing? Oh wow. Just being able to look up and see this stuff go by. You can see there's sort of like tower blocks, but they're sort of hanging downwards, because of course gravity is always towards the outside. I don't know if that's on the far side of the planet or not. There are closer extraction sites. I aimed for one that was further away because I figured there'd be less players there. Because if there's other players around, that, you know, they're going to keep stealing the pirates. Okay, let's turn off head look, get rid of that wobble, and
drive charging.
Take a look at this.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Oh, temporal lag. Space-time continuum doesn't like being mangled by these frameshift drives. There we go. So I want to pull up a bit. Let's turn over and go down, because otherwise I'll be heading straight into the ring system. That's on the far side of the planet, isn't it? Yeah, so let's go with ones on the far side of the planet on the basis that there'll be less players there. So let's accelerate a bit this way. There we go. We'll head for the one that I'm locked onto. My speed is only just above the blue line, and distance is still quite a bit away, but I think that's because I'm being mass locked by the planet. Now I kind of want to fly in more. Let's do this again, so we sort of come underneath the rings. See, rings side on get so thin you can't even see them. This is all pretty scientifically accurate, based on the rings of Saturn. If you look at the comms, you can see that there's pirates out there. The NPCs always shout, talk in capital letters. See those gaps? Are they called Cassini gaps? I'm trying to remember. Well, in Saturn anyway. So let's pull up towards this one. It's warning me of an impact, so I'm going to slow down. Because, as I said, I don't want to do that auto exit thing. because I want to sort of show how, at the moment, those rings, look like just a flat texture. But I'm told that as you come towards them, they should just naturally turn into rings. That they'll actually sort of start to break up. Yeah, do you see that that's looking more like a cloud now? As we approach in, and we should start to be able to make out individual chunks of ice or rock, because that's what that's what a ring system is essentially. It's an asteroid field, but around a gas giant. Yeah, look at that. That is just so smooth that now it's actual particles. Let's actually try and fly towards this. I'm actually sort of moving away from the extraction site now. Not quite sure why. That is impressive. The smoothness of it. Oh wow. It's in orbit. That's why I'm having trouble. As I slow down, it starts to move away from me, because obviously in frame shift drive I'm not doing normal orbital momentum and stuff. I'm going to actually try pulling up. Impact, impact, impact. Oh, look at this! Is that not amazing? I mean, the frame shift drive will automatically disengage if I get too close to the impact site. Dropping too close. So I didn't do that. That was like an emergency stop. Okay, and we're still 11 kilometers away from this resource extraction site. Was that not brilliant? And here we go. An ice field. Oh, impact. I'm going to turn off headlock for the moment, otherwise I'm just going to fly into something, because I'll be too busy looking off to the side. Sort of balance my ship out. I'm going to come in on this resource extraction site. We're just going to do some sightseeing for a bit, I think. Let's be flying somewhere relatively not towards a rock, so I can have a look around. Where's the gas giant? It should be here somewhere. Make sure I'm not about to hit something. Oh, there it is. Let's slow down. Turn off headlock. So, see, now when I stop, it's not like stuff is flying away from me, because I'm actually in orbit around the planet. My ship is obviously making stationary, actually sort of being stationary in comparison to the stuff around me. So the resource extraction site must be right, must be there somewhere. And there's all these ships, and you can hear stuff going on. Right, there's a key to go previous and next target, and then you can go previous and next hostile target. Oh, that's is that a miner? I think it is. So I don't think it's fighting, I think it's someone mining an asteroid. No, that is fighting. What? Oh, I've completely forgotten how to... That's an Eagle, Federal Security Service, so he's obviously dealing with a pirate. Sorry, let me recenter my head tracker. There we go. Okay. Who and what are you fighting at? Federal Security Service. Someone up here. There. So, what are you? Cobra Mark III wanted.
Target destroyed.
Oh well, target blew up, but I didn't get the killing shot, so... Hello, Eagles. See what I mean about being able to track someone? Now, the problem is that anyone... Those are basically police who are blowing up the pirates that are around here. Flying in an asteroid field is actually quite a good way of testing out my ability with the head tracker. Come on, lock. It's not letting me lock on. Mainly because I'm using the wrong button. Okay. Whoa. Okay. That head tracker went a bit weird there. See, I keep sort of turning to look at my joystick, but if I do that, you're going to sort of like lose the view. I need to learn to use the controls without messing, you know, without touching them. Cobra Mark III. Scanning. So basically, I know it's a Cobra Mark III, but then it takes a while to work out whether or not they're a criminal. Let's scan through what's out there. There's a transporter and Eagle. Those are the police. I was hoping for another sidewinder. There's a Cobra Mark III out there. Oh, he just went away. Federal fighter, Cobra Mark III, where are you? You're here. You're clean. Okay, that means you aren't a pirate. Anything else out there? It's a transport. It's behind me. There he is. He's clean. There's a fight going on over there. Whoa! I have to remember that I'm not going in the direction I'm looking. I'm going in the direction that the front window is pointing. Okay, who's shooting at who? That's a Federal fighter. You can see the contrails of all the people fighting. Ah, they got him. The contrails look really cool. There's still something else going on. Cobra Mark III. Scanning. Wanted.
Target shields
I
offline.
can get in on this fight. Oh, the thermal overload on these things is terrible. Yeah, look, I can barely shoot. Oh well.
Target destroyed.
Oh, wow. Just to be in this firefight, though.
Under attack.
Sidewinder. Scanning.
Target shields offline.
He must be a pirate. Yep. Come on. I'm holding the fire button down and I'm shooting like once every 3 seconds. Let's up my weapons. Try not to hit the police.
Target shields online.
Come on.
Warning, under attack. Target shields offline.
Come on, he's trying to escape. He's gone.
Target destroyed.
Oh, I'm still gripping the controls too tight in combat. Again, I need to learn to relax. Anything else going on? I wonder how close I can get to one of these things. Let's max out shields. I just want to see. Okay, hitting the brakes. No, let's keep going forwards. Be aware that it is rotating. I want to see how much detail is on one of these things. Look at that texture. You can see like striations in it. Let's back off a bit. Just look at that. I mean, I've never known a game to pay attention to asteroids before. Or blocks of ice. What happens if I shoot it? You get a cloud of ice coming off. Now obviously I'm not using a mining laser, so this isn't going to do anything. Does it leave a visible scar? No. Cool. Okay, there are pirates out there still. Let's, oh, I didn't mean to fire then. Thrust sideways. Oh! Emergency! Emergency! Luckily the HUD came up saying, impact, because otherwise I would never have noticed, I think. Okay, I keep shooting without meaning to. Yeah, you see those lasers just keep going to thermal overload. Okay, this is worrying. My weapons keep shooting. Are they damaged? Power, health 100%. Okay. I imagine if you were using this on Oculus Rift, so it was like your complete vision, and in 3D, looking down and seeing that virtual body down there would be really good. Okay, I think I need to swap my lasers back. So let's go back to Beagle 2 landing. Lock destination. Far side of the planet, so let's head up. Get out of here so we're not mass locked.
Drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okay, a bit too many police around. Where's my target? Oh!
Warning. Temperature critical.
Not sure what happened there. Am I still locked onto Beagle 2? Yes. It's possible I turned myself into the planet because I started to move before it had fully loaded. So let's try that again, shall we?
Drive charging.
Now my temperature's gone down.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Nice. There we go. So once again we've got to go to the far side of the planet. So let's... No, it just keeps dropping me out, saying I'm too close. Okay, let's sort of point ourselves perpendicular to that stuff. Just thrust away from it a bit. So that's above us.
Drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
That's better. We're zooming away from it now. We'll sort of describe an arc over the top. And then we'll come at Beagle's Landing like this. That was nice and smooth. So that's why I'm starting to really like this head tracker and keeping it on, is that you can just do stuff like that. I'm worried that during the portions where I speed it up, it's just going to sort of jiggle. Maybe I'll start cutting round those things rather than speeding up. Okay, that's the speed in the blue. And we should be coming in quite nicely. Okay, so that's the moon this thing's around. No, okay. Center of the windscreen, not the center of the way I'm looking. Okay, there's Beagle 2. Let's look onto it. Now, one thing that's been that I've noticed, or has been pointed out in videos, is if you look on that little holographic of the shape, there are little arrows pointing to where the way in is. So that's useful. So let's do that. Let's request docking.
Request granted.
I want to get my old lasers back and see how long I've been recording. This is probably the end of the episode. $34. Radar dishes that way.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Is it me, or are those selling for the same price I bought them for? They might do. I mean, maybe that's just... Maybe it's because I've not really used them much, or maybe it's because we're still in beta and they want people to be able to experiment. Yeah, they don't actually have any normal pulse lasers. So... I'm going to have to go with a gimbaled version. There we go, a couple of gimbaled weapons, so at least I've got something. Right, let's see how long I have been playing for. Yep, that's about 48 minutes of recorded time. Cutting stuff out, that's probably still going to be about a 40-minute episode. So I'm going to leave this here, and the next time we play Elite Dangerous will probably be the next beta, which will be the version where we can have multiple ships and so on. So I'm expecting the progress of this to possibly have been taken away. If not, well then, you know, I've got gimbaled lasers. So I'll see you next time. Bye bye.